DIY.
DIYers, I'm just in a mood now to keep doing anniversaries of certain songs that I felt like led us to where we're at today. It has been 7 years, officially 7 years, I believe either today or yesterday, that Pusha T dropped a song that I feel like was, if not the first version of Meet the Grams, there's a lot of DNA of this song in Meet the Grams. Now, let's go ahead and hit this button.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Do you remember where you were when this song dropped? Obviously, they had a short back and forth. Things were said. The Duppy freestyle by Drake, which he did the same game plan in violating and bringing up Pusha T's wife. And then Pusha T said, want to bring my wife into this, huh? Have you ever seen this picture before? And proceeds to put a picture up that in itself was already so scathing. I mean, he's got Drake in blackface. When we think about all of the colonizer things that have been said about this gentleman over the last year, these are just one of many things that continue to age like fine wine. Now, he explained that this was part of a photo shoot for a clothing brand in which he was making a statement versus, minstrel shows and the way that artists are. Okay? All right, fair enough. This was just the beginning of the issues with this song that Pusha T put out. With that said, I want to replay it because there's certain things that I feel like have just aged so damn well. So without further ado, 7 years later, and on the cusp of the new Clipse album that is dropping in July, let's revisit this song, The Story of Adidon.
Easy money. It's about to be a surgical summer. Chop the tops off the coupes. The 488.
I don't know what he said, but this shit got different energy to it. Pusha got that energy that's like, I said this before this video started. I said Pusha got an energy in this that's like, you know when you talking to somebody, you just know they lying, and it's like you just entertain it before you drop a receipt that you know they can't deny. Is that right? Oh, they jumped over the trash can, huh? Oh, okay. That's the energy I get from the production and all of this on there. Very patient, this song.
The spider joint. And you know we gotta cut the heads off these snakes, right? Watch the body drop. Drug dealing aside, ghost writing aside. Let's have a heart-to-heart about your pride. Even though you're multi, I see that your soul don't look alive. The M's count different when baby divides the pie.
The chat brought this up as we were kind of having a pregame conversation. It's a lot of shit in this that I feel like Drake was like, all right, not only am I never getting beat by this, but one day when I battle somebody, maybe Kendrick, I'm using some of this shit. I think Drake for sure said that. I found one. He starts off drug dealing aside, ghost writing aside. Let's have a heart-to-heart about your pride. Doesn't that feel like Meet the Grams energy? I do. It's different when it's like, I want to talk about you, the man. Let's talk about that. Even though you're multi-millionaire, I see your soul don't look alive. The M's count different when baby divides the pie. Drake sat there and said, oh, I'm using that. I'm using somebody's deal against him. Continue.
Wait, let's examine why your music for the past few years been angry and full of lies. I started at the home front, I'm on one. Dennis Graham, stay off the gram, bitch, I'm on one. You mentioned wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Your father walked away at 5, hell of a dad thing.
This guy, hey man, hey. This might be Meet the Drakes. Before we got Meet the Grams. Very patient too. Very patient. If you hear this, even if it's a diss song about you, you sit here like this. What else about me? Okay, continue. It's very patient, sinister energy.
Marriage is something that Sandy never had, Drake. How you a winner, but she keep coming in last place. Monkey suit Dennis, you parade him. A Steve Harvey suit nigga made him. Confused, always felt you weren't black enough. Afraid to grow it cause your fro wouldn't nap enough.
I feel like everybody had to have a conversation at some point with Pusha T. I feel like Rick Ross had a conversation. I feel like Kendrick had a conversation because they all keep saying the same thing. What is it? The braids? Yep, there we go. That's the precursor. What is that? Help me, chat. What is that in a movie when like they show you like a preview of things to come that are even worse than what's currently happening? What they call that? Not a precursor. What is that called? Foreshadowing. Oh boy, this feels like a little bit of foreshadowing going on here after Butterfly.
Since you name drop my fiance, let them know who you chose as your Beyonce. Sophie knows better as your baby mother. Cleaned her up for IG, but the stench is on her. A baby's involved, it's deeper than rap. We talking character, let me keep with the facts. You are hiding a child, let that boy come home. Deadbeat motherfucker playing border patrol.
Yep. There you go. Whitney said that's so Raven his ass. Not no.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Don't engage in that battle with Kendrick Lamar. Whatever you do, don't battle anymore after this. Just leave it. Head ass. That's crazy. Cleaned her. He said, "You want to talk about my fiance? Well, let's talk about your Beyonce. You're a leading lady." Goes in and starts to describe these things. I can't imagine. This to me is what makes this is one of the insane things that come as a byproduct of battling. I sat here listening to this and saying, wait a minute. Is he saying? Meanwhile, somebody who's on the receiving end of this, like a Drake, is saying, how the hell does he know all this?
Ooh, Adonis is your son, and he deserves more than an Adidas press run. That's real. Love that baby, respect that girl. Forget she's a porn star, let her be your world.
Now, there's a lot of sarcasm being said here as he's describing, like, yeah, let the world see. Let the world see your prides and joys. But this doesn't this feel like the third or fourth, I think it's the third verse of Meet the Grams where he talks about this, I think what I still say, symbolic daughter. This is interesting. It says Adonis is your son and he deserves more than an Adidas press run. That's real. Once again, siding with the side of the innocent ones involved in this. It's the third verse, right? Okay, Inglewood 17. Love that baby. Respect that girl. Forget she's a porn star. Let her be your world. Damn it, Pusha.
Ugh. How dare you put yay in my verses? I'm selfish, I want all of the curses. I'm pre-booking the churches, me versus 3 hearses. If we all go to hell, it'll be worth it. Already aligned with the great.
I think an interesting thing here is that Pusha T. Okay, so if you remember how this ended up playing out, Drake went on some kind of rant about, he said something about my friend 40 who's going through a very real situation. That's where I draw the line, buddy. You can't say that. When you engage in a rap battle, you don't have control over what the other person says. You have control over what you say to rebut that or whether or not to get involved in that to begin with. Pusha takes a complete opposite direction, which is very, very much the direction of a hip hop head. He says, I can't believe you would put yay all in my verses. Make it about me. I'll be damned. I'm selfish. I want all of the curses. I'm pre-booking the churches. Me versus 3 hearses. What does that even mean? Anybody that tells you I'm selfish, I want all of your curses. I'm pre-booking the churches, me versus 3 hearses. If we all go to hell, it'll be worth it. Nope. Hey. Good game. Good game. Shake your hand. Good game. Good game. Good game. Yeah, this is where I draw the line. This is where I draw the line right here, man. Yeah, it's a good game. Good game. Let's stop this shit now.
And on that same note, the only ones I chase are 2 ghosts. Still giving you classics. That's the only thing that dates me. OVO 40, hunched over like he 80. Tick, tick, tick. How much time he got? That man is 666. I got the devil flow, nigga. 666. Surgical summer with it. Snip, snip, snip. And you don't really want it with him.
I don't know who in their right mind thought Pusha T would be a good idea to go back and forth with. It's very simple, yet it's so well thought out. The precision of it is so. That's the point I think that would break most men. You said what? Talk about my friend? Either that's time to lock in, or it's time to unlock the door and leave the room. And we see what he chose to do. Good God.
Surgical Summer Volume 1.
And then proceeds to talk. He It's the most damning 2 minutes and 36 seconds you heard. Very, very casual. All right, back to business.
We gonna take this slow. We just gonna peel it back layer by layer. Yeah.
A nigga do this and tell me we taking it slow. What do you mean peel this back layer by layer? You said you've already peeled this onion. My eyes are watering. What are you talking about? What more can you say? This the first layer? You didn't disclose that I got a child that I've been hiding from the public. You disclose who the mother of that child is. You disclose the little things about my family dynamic that I've never really talked about. Now all of a sudden, you saying this about my character. You said it's about my best friend. You tell me how you want to go to war with 3 hearses, and then you tell me let's peel this thing layer by layer. No, sir.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
And I'll add.
I don't know how to hog tie people. What would I hog tie?
Good battle. Good. I want to shake your hand. No. I want to shake your hand. Good battle. Good battle here, man. Good battle. Let's end this shit now. Let's. Oh boy, got a little bit in over my head. Oh shit.
Daytona. Album of the motherfucking year. And you talking about you upset. Well, I want to see what it's like when you get angry, okay? You show me that.
You say I'm upset. Remember you had that song? He said, well, I want to see what it's like when you get angry. Good game, sir. Good game. We've had a disagreement. Okay? You and I have had a disagreement, all right? It happens. It's a normal thing. Good game. I wish you the very best, and I will do my best not to say anything that alludes to us having any particular. We're good. We're good, right? It is. I done copied so many pleas. Yeah, I'm good. I'm punching above my weight class in that situation. Oh my goodness. And like I said, I don't have any clips for this because I want to make sure that, no pun intended. No, that was good. I don't got no clips for this. I don't got no clips for this. I got no clips for this. I don't got no clips for this moment. But Drake did go off on this song and say, oh, he crossed the line. What do you mean you can't cross the line? He crossed the line. He talked about my friend. But then somebody in here in the chat brought up how he brought up Kanye, and he was, according to Kanye, agitating him subliminally, and then did all that. And it's like, you can't, after that, it's, look, all bets are off. We're engaged in a battle. Ironic because I look at that and I say, there are people that allude to 40 being the mole and all these different things. You take with that what you want. I really feel like when Pusha T went on that podcast with Joe Budden and talked about how, I guess he got the information from a mutual of him and 40 who was doing some pillow talking, and she told him about all this information. I really feel like Drake took them notes and was like, a mole, you say? I'm going to use that one day. If I ever have to battle somebody and I'm losing, I want to say it was a mole. And sure enough, he used it. We're not done here, though. Man, congratulations to the Clipse, legendary Clipse, legendary out of Virginia. One time for the Clipse. They're dropping a new album called Let God Sort 'Em Out. 13 tracks, executive produced by Pharrell. I think this is 15 years since they put out a project together. Obviously, No Malice got into, he changed his life, got into the Christian rap space, and did a lot of amazing things in that time period he was there. But it's dope to see these brothers, literal, real life brothers, come together and put it together, because they got such a dope, it's such a dope combination of styles. This is one of those groups where, although I did enjoy more verses from Pusha T, damn it, I really enjoyed this group dynamic. Same way as Outkast. I'm a big 3 Stacks is my favorite rapper, but I would not be able to enjoy 3 Stacks' contributions if not for the amazing chemistry that you heard with Big Boy and Outkast. And I feel like this is the same way. I love to hear the dynamic, the difference in their voices, the different approaches in storytelling, but then also too, just how many things they got in common. So I imagine this could be really, really interesting to hear in 2025. Coming out July 11th, they actually released a trailer for it. It's going to be released with Roc Nation, and it was recorded at the Louis Vuitton headquarters in Paris. All right, well, let's see what this looks like. Here's the trailer for it. It's like 2 minutes. Let's peep it out.
This is culturally inappropriate. 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 This is culture. This is culture.
Players, we ain't the same. I'm in the crack the motherfucker.
And now a story about family and
love and working together.
Give it up for VA's own.
Paris awakens unlike any other city. Slowly. My process is purely logistical, narrowly focused by design.
Fuji Lala, how was Alibaba?
Consider yourself lucky if our
Beats
paths
crazy.
ever cross. Except, luck isn't real. Or, sadly, justice. I serve God, no country. I fly no flag. One is born, lives their life, and eventually one dies. In the meantime, I am what I am.
Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and
I don't know about your city, I know about mine.
Shoot them all and let God sort them out.
Fire. Two things I really, really enjoy about what happened with this. What's up, Dom? It doesn't. Two things I really, really enjoy about this is three things actually. One, I think it's a sign of the times of where music has the potential of heading. It really does feel like the blog era again. Someone said that last night in Culture United. It really does feel like the blog era again, in that we're getting a full experience where I think Kid Cudi did this at one time, where he did the trailer for Man on the Moon, or for I think the mixtape he did. The kid named Cudi, whatever the name of the mixtape was, he did it for that. It was a time where you expected to see a trailer for this. I think the time period that we're in, allows for more patience, because these listens of this music requires patient ears. It requires ears that are not only enjoying the music on the first listen, but the second and third and fourth listen, you learn a little bit something different. These are artists that they choose production, and they also choose a dense approach to writing that requires more patience. Next thing I like about this is that you don't get this project until July 11th. This is not just happening next week or tomorrow. They're giving you songs. They're giving you time to really sit with the concept. And I'm sure they're going to tease with music videos and all these other things that are coming out before. I like that approach so much more, even though people look at that as old school. I like being able to sit with the concept, the artwork, right? There's so many things that you can look at with this and say, okay, I wonder what this means. I wonder what they have to talk about. I wonder if No Malice is going to talk about where he went with things, and, you know, what are we getting? What are we getting? So I love this patient approach to it. And I just feel like that's the climate we're in. But yeah. DIYers, I am excited about this Clipse album. What about you? Those are my thoughts. You let me know what you're thinking. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.